Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with Dave's Faves. And we're already up to number 40, which means we only have about, 3,960 to go. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of these because I have a lot of favorites. I mean, I've done a lot of listening in my life, and boy, have I got some favorites for you. This one is particularly wonderful. I've already done a talk about this, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it, but I just want to tell you what it is, and if you can find it, grab it if you haven't already. I mean, this is Bartók and Stravinsky, mostly with Christoph Dohnányi, all with the Vienna Philharmonic. You get the Firebird and the Rite of Spring, that's with Lorin Maazel, but the rest of it is all with Dohnányi. You get Petrushka and Bartók's two portraits and the complete Miraculous Mandarin. And what sensational performances these are. Now, the Maazel Rite of Spring is a known quantity. He recorded it quite a few times. It's a little bit on the slow side, but it's well played, and it has that juggernaut power that the Rite of Spring really needs to have, but it's the Dohnányi stuff that's so amazing. These were originally issued on two Decca digitals with the Bartók and Stravinsky things mixed up. It was, I think the original coupling was the Firebird and then the Bartók two portraits and Petrushka and the Miraculous Mandarin. And my God, they're amazing. The playing is of the highest quality. And Dohnányi's interpretations are take no prisoners, swift, colorful, transparent, powerful, just dynamite. And it's on Decca, Eloquence. And oh, Cyrus, please keep this in print forever. Please, please, please. It's so amazing. Until we get a Dohnányi box, which I assume someday we'll get from Decca. This is just dazzling stuff. It truly is. And I have a theory. I have a little theory. My theory is that one of the reasons the Vienna Philharmonic plays so well with this stuff is because I think they're a little bored with being the Vienna Philharmonic. I really do. The reason I say that is because, playing standards are so high these days. And the standard Viennese classics, and, everybody from, Beethoven, Brahms, Bruckner, Mendelssohn, all those people, it's not difficult for today's amazingly, fabulously well-trained musicians. And whether or not they're, German nationalist crazies or whether they're, they feel they have a proprietary license on Beethoven or whatever, they've got to be able to want the opportunity to show off what they've got. And this music gives them that opportunity. And when they've got a conductor who really knows it, and who's really expecting them to play. And say what you will about Maazel, he knew it. And Dohnányi, of course, is just tremendous. They really give their best. And they don't sound like the Vienna Philharmonic in that sort of lazy schlumpery Viennese way. They sound lean and mean and terrifying, just like they do, for example, for Charles Mackerras in his Janáček series that he did with them. They will play for a conductor who knows what he's doing, and they will play music that's unfamiliar to them quite well, quite often, sometimes. I mean, there was the Levine, Daphnis, and Chloe, which was an abomination. There are some things they still are not suited for. The conductor didn't make them do it, or they didn't respect the conductor enough to do it, or they didn't respect the music enough to do it. It happens. But in this stuff, they are showing off who they are. One of the great orchestras in the history of the universe. And I don't think there's any set that actually shows it better. It's such a difference, when you have some jabroni like Telemann coming in, making them do like another Bruckner symphony or Strauss tone poem, and they sound like they're on autopilot. They sound like they're completely asleep. Or Andres Nelson's Beethoven cycle. Oh, he's doing a Beethoven cycle. We have to do it in Vienna. Can you imagine how they feel about him? They just sit there going like, oh God, not another one. Help us, please. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them a bit. I mean, when Carlos Kleiber does it, they wake up. When George Sell does it with them, they wake up. When Andres Nelson does it, they phone it in. And it's a wonderful way, actually, to tell whether the conductor has anything of substance about him, to throw him in front of the Vienna Philharmonic with a Viennese classic and see how they respond. But that aside, these are just tremendous performances, as I've said, and everyone needs to own them, and they will become favorites. I'm sure they will. They're certainly my favorites. I mean, I was so happy when this came out because the individual CDs went out of print, of course, instantaneously. And they were LPs originally, digital LPs. And I was just so thrilled that this was available. That was such a smart thing to do. So find it, get it, love it, enjoy it. I'm begging you, please. It's okay. These are my personal choices. I'm the only one who has to love it. And I do. But I think you will too. I truly do. So keep on listening, my friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care.